This is the exact three-step funnel that I use every month to make 1.4 million a month. I'm going to break it down for you from literally A to Z, why we do what we do, why we book calls, why we run school, why we have events, why we have challenges, all these things and actual A to Z orders that you can implant these. And also you might have bottlers in the business right now. You can actually fill those with what I'm giving you today. So let's hop right to the pad. So here's my three-step funnel to $1.4 million a month. So first off, we run a lot of cold traffic ads. So, as far as how much we spend per day on cold traffic, that's going to be about 18K a day. So per day on ads, I'm running about $18,000 per day on cold traffic campaigns. Okay. And what we're doing with that ad spend is we're getting booked calls on the calendar. I have a sales team at 8, and we're getting people to sign up for our free school group. Why do I believe in school? Because if I get as many people as possible, I can run free trainings every single week for free because I can send out one notification blast to the 15, 16,000 people. I can get over 100 people live, and I can sell one-to-many and scoop up an extra $20,000 to $40,000 rate. That's what we currently do on our weekly webinars. Okay. On top of that, I'm building a community. I'm doing it basically into the lead nurture other than an email list. They get in there, they start watching content, and then I can obviously scoop them up through SDRs and monthly events, which brings you to the challenges part. But the book calls are really the primary source of where that ad spend goes. So we're booking, anywhere from right now I have on my calendar here, we got, I'm going to screenshot this right now. We got, 84 booked calls today with 8 salespeople. So we're cranking 45-minute meetings. We're absolutely crushing the game right now. So, that's how we book the sales team out. They got follow-up set too. They're working 9, 10-hour shifts. They're hammering, right? Now it brings you to the second part of the funnel. So we have weekly webinars like I disclosed to you before. We run those weekly webinars from people who join school. Okay. We have our Scale Your Ads events, which are in person. Okay. And then we have low ticket. Okay. Now keep in mind, this top piece here was 60% of the revenue, right? That should be the metric that you're looking for. Because if you have to wait till the very bottom here to get more of a majority of your revenue, your sales cycle's too long. Okay. So I like to get a good scoop over half of my revenue on that first cold, like last click touch point. Then we have weekly webinars. Okay. That's the thing with school. So school, they sign up, they go to the weekly webinar. Okay. And then we have our in-person events. That's the build brand. That's the bring the team together, build culture. That's also to acquire more high ticket clients at the door. Okay. So we have the weekly webinars, SY events, and then low ticket. I have my book funnel. My book's back there, ads that sell. I have my book funnel. It's a free plus shipping funnel with some upsells. I got our digital product millionaire or low ticket starter kit funnel. I have our webinar starter kit, which is the 1-hour webinar starter kit funnel. We have multiple self-liquidating low ticket offers that help us acquire buyers on the front end and just get better quality leads so that my sales team has more booked calls and the SDRs are busy with leads. Okay. And all of this brings me to the one challenge per month. Okay. Our next one's October 11th. This video will probably be posted way after that. But October 11th, we are running the Webinars That Convert Challenge. And this is where we put everyone on one smart list in GHL, which is, I'm going to change the color here to blue. All the book calls, all the school people, okay, all the follow-ups that didn't close, okay, all the people who showed up to weekly webinars, all the people who bought tickets to an in-person event, all low ticket buyers, everyone gets taken and just gets thrown into sequences to show up for this one challenge. And this is where I basically am clearing house. And that's why you see here 30% of that revenue is being made at the end of the month. And this is what leads to our $1.4 million months, right? That challenge will easily collect, 400 to 500K, give or take, right? So it's this thing of I'm also building a big brand by trying to get 1,000 people on one Zoom. Like that's my goal. The first one we did $330,000 on 490 attendees. We're going to double the room this time. So I'm probably do $500,000 in a day. And that's going to be really cool. I've never made $500,000 in one day. The most I've made in a day is like 250K. So really cool to see that. So, reasons why this whole system works is not just because of 3 steps. I like simplicity. Simplicity sells and simplicity scales, right? First thing is that the cold traffic acquires the leads. I don't want to depend on organic to always have leads coming into my ecosystem. I'm not Hormozi and Hormozi runs ads. I'm not Gary Vee. He still runs ads. Like, guys, these companies that you think are only running organic, they also run ads because we need to have consistent lead flow to keep our sales team motivated. Okay. We have school plus the weekly webinars, which builds trust and answers buying questions. There are leads that are coming into your ecosystem that are hesitant about buying from. They don't trust you yet. So that's why we're building trust. And then they come on the webinar, they hear our pitch, and then they're getting all of their buying questions answered. So maybe they come to, weekly webinar 1, right? And then they go to weekly webinar 2, and then they go book a call again. Now they're ready to buy. Okay. It's basically like going Instagram live every day, but just doing it once a week. And I'd rather do that instead because it's more professional doing it on Zoom. Okay. And then the challenge is where we load everyone to get pitched all at once. And that's the selling one-to-many method that we love doing for business owners. If you're an online coach, consultant, service pro, course seller, info seller, and you want a webinar installed in your business and you want the power of selling one-to-many like I've done, making 6 figures in a day, multiple 6 figures in a day, $500,000 in a day, then click the first link in the description. It's a calendar link. Book a call with us. We go over a whole entire, implementation for 45 minutes to see what a webinar funnel will look like for your business and your offer. So don't miss out on that, completely free. And it's also pinned in the comment section too. So that challenge is where we're taking, all those leads that I talked about on this screen from the book calls, the school group, the weekly webinars, the ticket buyers, the low ticket, the follow-ups. I can't stress you enough. We had 23 people in the last one who bought a $15,000 offer. 8 of those people were follow-ups. They were follow-ups because the sales team's been trying to close them and they're like, hey, come to this challenge. That's 8 times 15 is $120,000. We made $120K when we only spent $29,000 on ads. The follow-ups alone got us a 4x return. And then everything on top of that was all profit. And even the $120K was all profit. The venue was $5,000. It wasn't that insane. The camera crew was $2K. It was a great production. And we're going to keep running this every single month because I don't want to have these marathons of sales and email stuff and all this jazz. I just want you all to join for 1 hour, 2 hours, and get sold one-to-many and feel the energy and be in a good run. So here are the requirements that you need to implement to even have this kind of funnel. All these funnels running, being able to track those KPIs, what people you need in place, etc. So first off, you got to be spending at least $5K a day. You got to be a higher level business owner. You got to be doing at least, $250,000 to $500K a month if you want to ramp this up, okay? Second is your products or services, okay, need to have scalable fulfillment. You can't have done-for-you services without the right systems and processes in place and the right people and the right leadership in place to even be able to scale one-to-many at your current rate. And then you need a hiring funnel. You need to know that as you sell one-to-many, you're going to make more money. You need scalable systems in hiring to be able to bring the people in, train them, bring them into KPI, and have them fulfill on all the new customers that you're going to get, right? If you just want to sell, you're going to push the back end and you're going to have a bunch of people quitting, bunch of refunds and chargebacks, okay? Next piece is building a personal brand. Through selling one-to-many, right, I built a master personal brand. You get more emails on your list, more people know who you are. When I go to events, I get swarmed. People know who I am. I'm running the advertising space. I'm the biggest advertiser out there other than Russell Brunson. And that's what I've done by building this personal brand. Last piece is patience. For you to dial in a one-to-many offer, you have to be able to understand that if you do not test, you will fail. And that's very, very important. So test or fail and have the patience to understand the KPIs that you're driving the business forward. And the last part here, all jokes aside, is having us bolt on your business and partner with you. So like I said, click the calendar link in the description, click the comment section as well. The link's in there, it's pinned to, and we would love to help you implement selling one-to-many, book call funnels, low ticket in school into your business over the next couple of months. So click the link in the description, and thank you guys for watching today's video and understanding, how all these components work with building an ecosystem. Layering on more doesn't equal more. Layering on less that's efficient equals more, because I want you and ourselves to be more scalable. So with that being said, thanks for watching, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video.